Welcome to the MAT-125 Financial Planning Workshop. In this workshop, we'll cover some homework from 5.1-1 and 5.3-1. Today we're going to look at a calculator that has been recommended, and it is Web 2.0 Calc. This can be found right online, and lots of students have recommended this, especially for this section. There are also some great directions on page 585 of your e-text. So I'm going to take you through the steps for different types of problems and how to enter them into the calculator. The first type of problem is trying to determine the monthly payment for an installment loan. So we're going to be given different information, and I'm going to write this in the chat. We've got P is going to be $850. The rate is going to be 6%. And remember, when you enter the rate, it has to be the decimal equivalent. So you are going to have to convert percent to a decimal. So we've got R is equal to 0.06, N is equal to 12, T is equal to the number 2. Okay, so once we have that, then comes the fun part, getting all of this information into this formula and correctly entered into the calculator. So I am going to pause for a moment and connect to Web 2.0 Calc just so you can see what it looks like. There it is right there. All right, so I'm going to bring this up here. So what you're going to need to do, and I'm going to look at our numbers here. So we've got the numerator I'm going to jot down. So I just want to work on this part here. So just look at that denominator. So I'm going to do one piece at a time. Okay, so we're just going to focus on this part here. And I like to just be careful when I enter this in, just to make sure I have parentheses around everything. All right, and I'm going to raise this to the nt power. So n times t is 24, and that's going to be negative. So I'm going to raise that to the negative 24th power. Let's see what we get. Excellent. Still working on that denominator. I'm going to subtract that number from the number 1. All right. So that takes care of our denominator. Then what you can do is enter, we have P times R divided by N, so that's going to be our numerator. So I'm going to put all of that information here. So 850 times the rate, which is 0.06, and then divided by N, which is 12, and all of that divided by the number that we got for the denominator. So let's click on equals, and I get 37. I'm going to round to the nearest cent, $37.67. And you can check to see if this makes sense. It looks like if we go back to the original problem, I'm going to take us back there. Just a moment. Let me stop sharing and take us back. So our $37.67, let's think about it for a minute. So we have a monthly payment. We financed $850, and we are financing this over 2 years. So what you want to do is just make sure that that 3767, multiply that by 24 months, and it's about $904.08. So that makes sense to me because it's it's definitely over the 850, but not too much. And so that that's covering the annual percentage rate at which you will be charged. Awesome. All right, let's try the next one. And at any time during this workshop, if you want to pause and work on these problems on your own, see if you can get them first, that is highly recommended. And you can also click on the full screen button so that you can see these problems a little bit larger on your screen. So for this one, on July 8th, the billing date, Marvin Zug had a balance due of $145.81 on his credit card. His card charges an interest rate of 1.25% per month. The transactions he made are to the right. Part A, find the finance charge on August 8th using the previous balance method. And then Part B, find the new balance on August 8th. So pretty much for Part A, you're just looking at simple interest. So, I actually mistyped there. It's going to be I is equal to PRT. So for Part A, you're just going to take that $145.81, multiply it by, remember we have to convert those percents to decimals. So 1.25%. Percent means per 100, so you're just dividing that number 1.25 by 100. And then because this is only 1 month, we are just going to multiply by 1. So let's do that in our calculator and see. We have 145.81 times 0.0125. So I get about 1.82. So the finance charge on August 8th is going to be $1.82. All right, so the second part, find the new balance on August 8th. So what you're going to do is just add up everything, 145.81, plus all the charges. We've got a charge for office supplies. We've got a charge for a scarf. We've got a charge for a toy truck. And also $1.82. Don't forget. That's our finance charge, right? Okay. So calculate this along with me. 145.81 plus 54.42 plus 16.34 plus 47.82 plus 1.82. So I get $266.21. Okay, with this number, don't forget that Marvin made a payment of $100. So we have to subtract this 100 from our sum. So we get $166.21. So that would be the new balance on August 8th. So part A, we found the finance charge, and then part B, we added up all the charges, the initial balance due, we added that finance charge in, and then we subtracted that payment. Perfect. All right, so this one, Anna is buying a house selling for $315,000. To obtain the mortgage, Anna is required to make a 25% down payment. Anna obtains a 25-year mortgage with an interest rate of 6%. Part A, determine the amount of the required down payment. So let's start there. So to obtain this, again, we are just multiplying. We have to know what her down payment is. So we're going to convert that 25% to a decimal. So 0.25 times 315,000. And if we enter that into our calculator, we get $78,750. I've been putting my dollar signs in. There they are. And the zeros. There we go. Okay. So, part B, determine the amount of the mortgage. So, what we're going to do is just subtract the original amount. Subtract the down payment from the amount that the house is selling for. So when we do this, we get $236,250. All right, so that is part B. Part C, we have to determine the monthly payment for principal and interest. So for this part, you can do it a couple ways. You can do the principal and interest payment formula, or you can use a monthly payment table. And you can see there on your homework, you can click on that to view the table of monthly payments. So let's take a look at the chart. So this is what you'll see when you click on that. So what we want to look for, and these are, just so you know, these are, and you probably read this already, but this is the monthly payment table per $1,000. So you're going to look under that rate, look for 6%, and then move over to 25 years. So that is going to be 6.44301. Can everybody see that? So that rate percent column, our percent is 6%. So move all the way down to, I'll show you here, rate. Here's 6%, and then move over to 25. So that was my 6.44301 per $1,000. Excellent. So that's how you use the table. So, okay. All right. So determine the monthly payment for principal and interest. So what we're going to do is multiply. The first step is going to be to multiply 6.44301 times 236,250 divided by 1,000. Because remember, the table is per 1,000. So let's do that in the calculator, and we get, I'm going to do the 236,250 divided by 1,000 first. Then I'm going to multiply that by 6.44301. And so I would, just as a little hint, I would not round until the very end with these. You might be really, really close, but I would definitely wait until the end. So rounding to the nearest cent, I have an answer of 1,522 and 16 cents. So that sounds about right. So $1,522.16 for the monthly payment for principal and interest. Excellent. So part of the section and the section before last week as well, it can be challenging entering all these formulas into the calculator. So knowing which formula to use, and then also how to successfully enter those into a calculator. Excellent. So we actually have, and I'm going to make a note right here, we have resources for, and this is 125, that is you. Here we go. So we offer Brightspace, Write in Brightspace. Currently, in academic support, you can make a one-on-one appointment. You no longer need to schedule a workshop. You can visit your learning community, and we also offer online tutoring for subject-specific drop-in, math and computer science drop-in tutoring. So I'm just going to stop sharing this and share my screen to show you a couple of tricks. So if we go right into your course in Brightspace, just make sure I'm sharing. Okay, great. And click on Learning Modules, and we're going to go all the way to almost the bottom to Academic Support. So this is where you're going to find, this is right here. It says schedule a workshop or one-on-one appointment. Again, no need to schedule a workshop anymore. There are drop-in links that I will show you. And one thing I just want to note is that we have math coaching here, and we also have peer tutoring here. So one thing you want to check out if you cannot find, actually I would like you to check all of these, because you have an option to meet with a math coach or someone in peer tutoring. So it's just not labeled as a subject because there are so many subjects that peer tutors cover. So I would click on math, and then you will be able to choose the math peer tutors that are available, and this may change as semesters change. Just wanted to let you know, and this could all change as well, but just a heads up for now, that's what you will see. Another area that is very helpful is visiting your learning community. And so what you want to do is click on Online Math Center, and you'll see here at the very top to the left, we have workshop calendar, we have schedule a workshop or one-on-one appointment, and additional resources. This is where you can find videos from faculty members, as well as any videos that were posted from the library. So if you go to workshop calendar, and we scroll down, I'm going to actually just, here are the MAT-125 Quantitative Reasoning and Problem Solving workshops. So these are all of your workshops, and we are going to go all the way down to, just want to show you MAT-136. This is also the workshops that I run currently. And so this is the button I was talking about. So join the workshop, enter with SNHU email. So at the time of these workshops, you just click here, join workshop, and enter with SNU email. So also, let's see, recorded lessons. This is probably how you got to us, which is great. And these, you click on this button here, and you can view all of the recorded lessons. So let me take you back and show you One more thing, we have subject-specific drop-in tutoring as well as math and computer science drop-in tutoring. So I'm just going to show you this one. It's really simple to get into. And just so you know, you will be put into a queue. So depending on the subject matter, depending on what time of day it is, work with a tutor or career coach, choose math. And let's choose algebra. And again, this can always change, but for now. So I'm not going to click on start here, but you will click on start and you'll be placed, you will have a whiteboard. Looks like it's thinking about something. And you can type in your answer or you can upload a document. But there are tutors waiting here, and hopefully they will get to you in a quick manner. So this is just if all the tutors are booked, all the coaches are booked, and you just have a question that you're working on, you can certainly access this as well. Excellent. All right, let me take us back. Okay. So here's our contact information. We can be reached at stemcoach@snhu.edu and also peertutoring@snhu.edu. So we have a phone number there and also a brief survey. If you wouldn't mind taking some time to fill that out for us, we would be so thankful. We take all of your feedback very seriously and try to incorporate it into future workshops. So we would appreciate it if you could fill that out for us. It doesn't take too long, but again, so excellent. So we have MAT-125, and I would like to thank you for listening to this recording, and I wish you all the best.